understanding that behaviors are only the tip of the iceberg, and that below the surface is a child's entire internal world, just begging to be understood. Let's do something different. When I was in my clinical psychology PhD program at Columbia and working in the clinic, I did play therapy with kids. While I loved treating children, I quickly grew frustrated by the limited contact I had with parents, often wishing I was also working with the parents rather than working directly with the child and talking to the parent adjunctively. Simultaneously, I was also counseling adult clients, and I became fascinated by an undeniable connection. With the adults, it was so clear where, in childhood, things went awry, where a child's needs weren't met, or behaviors were a cry for help that was never answered. I realized that if I looked at what adults needed and never received, I could use that knowledge to inform my work with children and families. When I opened my private practice, I worked solely with adults for therapy or parent guidance. After I became a mother myself, I increased my parent guidance work, both in one-on-one consultations and in ongoing monthly parenting groups. Eventually, I enrolled in a training program for clinicians that proclaimed it offered an evidence-based and gold standard approach to discipline and troubling behavior in children. The methods it taught felt logical and clean, and I walked away having learned about the same interventions that are regularly promoted by parenting experts today. I felt like I had learned a perfect system to extinguish undesirable behavior and encourage more pro-social behavior. Basically, behavior that was more compliant and more convenient to parents. Except, a few weeks later, something struck me. This felt awful. Every time I heard myself give this evidence-based guidance, I felt sick to my stomach. I couldn't shake the nagging suspicion that these interventions, which certainly wouldn't feel good if someone used them on me, couldn't be the right approach to use with kids. Yes, these systems made logical sense, but they focused on eradicating bad behaviors and enforcing compliance at the expense of the parent-child relationship. Timeouts, for example, were encouraged to change behavior. But what about the fact that they sent kids away at the exact moments they needed their parents the most? Where was, well, the humanity? Here's the thing I realized. These evidence-based approaches were built on principles of behaviorism, a theory of learning that focuses on observable actions rather than non-observable mental states like feelings and thoughts and urges. Behaviorism privileges shaping behavior above understanding behavior. It sees behavior as the whole picture rather than an expression of underlying unmet needs. This is why I realized these evidence-based approaches felt so bad to me. They confused the signal, what was really going on for a child, with the noise, behavior. After all, our goal is not to shape behavior. Our goal is to raise humans. As soon as this realization crept in, I couldn't shake it. I knew there had to be a way of working with families that was effective without sacrificing the connection between parent and child. And so, I got to work, taking everything I knew about attachment, mindfulness, and internal family systems, all theoretical approaches that have informed my private practice, and translating these ideas into a method for working with parents that was concrete, accessible, and easy to understand. It turns out, switching our parenting mindset from consequences to connection does not have to mean ceding family control to our children. While I resist timeouts, punishments, consequences, and ignoring, there's nothing about my parenting style that's permissive or fragile. My approach promotes firm boundaries, parental authority, and sturdy leadership, all while maintaining positive relationships, trust, and respect. Deep thoughts, practical strategies, and how to use this book. In my work with patients, I often say that two things are true. Practical, solution-based strategies can also promote deeper healing. Many parenting philosophies compel parents to make a choice. They can improve a child's behavior at the cost of their relationship, or they can prioritize the relationship.